Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this morning. Got a great show lined up, some special guests here in the studio, some really neat things they're working on. But first, our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin Road and Highway 77. Run by and see Chief Administrator Mike Kipnis and all the programs they have to offer, a wide variety of things they offer there. High today 61, low tonight 44, and it's still wintertime. It's going to be wintertime till March the 20th, but that's right around the corner. Remember what the old timers always said about March? It comes in like a lion and leaves like a lamb. So we're in that line stage now with the wind and the wetness and all that and the coolness. The water temperature is 61 degrees. Let's take a look at our river readings. River readings, this is Apalachicola, Bluntstown. We talked about this yesterday. It's still high water on the river, but now Saturday night, Sunday morning, really Saturday night about 10 o'clock, it's going to start dropping, it looks like. A little bit of drop there is reading right now at 11.4, so that's high water, 11.4. The Choctawhatchee at Caryville, it's doing about the same thing. It's not going to drop now. It's actually going up a little bit today and Friday, going up just a hair. It's going to read 8.7. So that's going to be a good situation there if you like high water, get those trot lines and all set up. Now let's take a look at our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. Their motto is, when caring counts. We're looking at today is Thursday, March the 6th. On your screen there, you're looking at a high tide at 12:29 right here in the middle of the day, and then a low tide at 11:50 tonight. So we got about a 1.2 foot range, but this weekend's tides, if you look on Saturday, weekend tides looks pretty good, okay? Marine forecast be north-northeast at 10 to 20, so it's going to be blowing out there today, so be careful. All right, that's our weather forecast. Now let's go ahead and take our break, and we'll be right back with our guest. All right, welcome back and welcome Principal Mike Kipnis.
Good morning, Winston.
Haney Technical Center. I always use that term principal, but I guess now the correct way to call you is
the director.
The director, okay. I'm dating myself when I say principal. I used to be sent to the principal's office. Now it doesn't sound good to be sent to the director's office, does it?
Not as bad. Not as
well, what have you been up to, Mike?
We've been up to a lot. At school, February we went to a Skills USA competition. Carried 29 students, and 22 of them placed and won medals, first, second, and third place. Skills USA is an organization that allows tech centers and state colleges to compete against each other, where the students, they try their skills out at the contest and to see how well they're doing against other people across the region, across the state, and then nationally. And 2 years ago, we were able to go to nationals in the welding department. This year, we placed a lot at regionals. Like I said, 22 of the 29 students placed at the regional competition. In April 27th through 29th, we're going to be going to state competition. So we competed against 17 other counties in the state. There were 400 competitors, and we did very well as a school.
All right, and you brought some pictures, so we're going to go through these pictures and recognize these folks all. So all kind of good pictures. So tell us about this first one.
Well, this is our computer systems technology. Our student, Robert Richardson, he placed third place in that.
Okay. We're talking about all the time. I'm talking about the programs we have at Haney, and you'll see some of them right here.
And this is our aviation maintenance technology program. We won first, second, and third place in that category.
All swept it.
Yeah.
All right.
This is our administrative design, our advertising design.
Okay.
We won first place in that category.
Neat. That's Alexandria Kulik. Okay.
And then in our automotive refinishing technology, you always talk about how the women tend to do better with fine detail stuff. Here, one of our females won first place, but in our automotive refinishing, we won first, second, and third place in that category.
That's interesting. I think they had this patience thing those guys don't have.
Yeah.
Dylan Beltram, Herbert Mandeville, and Richard Sodders. Okay.
And Then in our computer systems technology, we have second place with David there.
Okay. All right, moving on. Boy, you had a nice looking group over there.
And computer service, customer service technology, one of the business categories. We place first and third place in that area.
Oh, neat. All right, next one.
And in our welding, this is our adult division. We had second place in that with Bradley.
Okay, so you had two divisions. So this would be the student division here?
We have high school and adult.
Okay, good.
And this is our high school division for welding, and we had second place in Todd Boyd.
Todd Boyd, he's also one of my students. We're going to have Todd on shortly. That's great. And I'm always talking about that welding program over there.
And then in our medical terminology, we place third place in that.
All right, Shauna Dunbar. All right, a couple more. Laura Lee.
And then in another division in the business department with the job interviews, we place first place in that area.
Good job. Folks, you see all the opportunities you may have at Haney, okay?
And marine service technology, we place second and third place in that division.
Now that tells you something right there. We all need to take that class. All right.
And then cosmetology, Ultra won first place in our cosmetology division.
All right, and the last one, advertising design.
In our advertising design, we swept the board first, second, and third place.
All right, George, Daphne, and Krista. All right, that is something to be proud of right there.
Very, very excited about the state competition coming up.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people just don't realize all the varied programs and the quality of programs y'all have out there.
Exactly, and this just shows with our students competing against the other 400 individuals that we're right on target with what we need to be teaching in the classes.
Okay, so we're going, I'll tell you what, let's go. You got something else too. You got to, we want to go ahead and announce it now. We may talk about it later, but go ahead and talk about this yard sale coming up. That's
Saturday, March 15th, we're going to have a yard sale, bait sale, fish fry, and boat inspection by the Coast Guard Auxiliary. Going on, and this is a fundraiser to help send our 22 students to Skills USA state competition.
And that boat inspection will be, the people just bring their boat up there and they have the Coast Guard Auxiliary there?
They bring their boats and they'll be inspected, and especially since everybody's just winterized their boats and they're getting out. Spring break's going to be here. People are going to start boating. The weather's hopefully is going to get warmer. And this will be a good opportunity for people to make sure that they have everything that they need and their boat's ready for the water.
And then big fish fry.
Big fish fry.
Do you have some good cooks up there?
We have some fantastic cooks there, and the fish fry is $8 a plate, and you can either come pick it up and carry it home to the family, or you can come and we'll have a dining room set up there where you can eat there at the school.
All right. And that's a fundraiser for Haney Technical Center, and a good fundraiser. Go by and get your boat checked out. Plus, there'll be a bunch of stuff in our yard sale.
Bunch of stuff. Yeah. And we've got some things that we'll show in a little bit that we're going to be selling that our students in the welding department are making. And there'll be some other things there that some other students have made that we'll be selling. Okay.
All right, we're going to take a break. And speaking of students, we have one of the students here with us. He's going to come on and show you some of the stuff he's been making. So we'll take a break and be right back. All right, welcome back, and welcome to one of our students, Todd Boyd. All right, listen, Todd's one of these great cases where he takes, he actually has my outdoor ed class, and also he takes several classes at Mosley, and also goes there and takes welding at Haney. So he's got all kinds. Todd, welcome to the show.
Hey, nice to be here, Coach Chester.
Well, now listen, he's actually a little shy in class. He's well behaved and all, but I'm not going to ask you your favorite part, but I know you enjoy welding.
Yeah, I love it. My favorite time of the day is waking up in the morning and going to welding class. So
that's good. Also, and I'm going to show you some pictures maybe tomorrow or the next day. You enjoy fishing too, right?
Yep, I love it. Fishing and hunting, everything outdoors, pretty much everything to do. That and welding.
Mike, tell us how these kids can do that. They take both schools and all. That's a good opportunity.
It's a fantastic opportunity. The students are able to go to their home school, get their core classes, then they come to Haney and learn a skill or take a career tech program. That way when they graduate, they're not making just minimum wage. They're making above entry level.
Oh, yeah.
And Todd here is a perfect example. Todd's very gifted and talented in welding. He does a fantastic job, and he's going to be able to name where he wants to go.
Ironically, I ran into Eric Johnson, a good friend of mine, was a welding teacher, Saturday morning at breakfast, and we were talking about Todd because we both had him a student. And he told me how good Todd was in welding, and so we got this set up and all. And that's a win-win situation when a young person can do that.
Absolutely.
And, Todd, I know, in fact, the fish cleaning table I have, you worked on that fish.
Yeah, I made it. I built most of it. Me and Luke built most of the fillet tables. Yeah.
It's amazing, the fish cleaning table and all, but also they're talented in doing, we got a machine there now. Tell us about what this machine can do.
Oh, we got a new machine, a plasma cam machine. It can cut pretty much anything you can think about. Like anything, like a cat, horse, dog, anything into metal. Stainless steel, regular steel, pretty much anything. It's awesome.
Okay.
You can make a table out of anything. There's some examples.
Let's show us some of the things y'all made. So
this is just some of the basic ones we make. We make these ships. You know, I guess you can see it in there.
Yeah, that's right there.
Ships, they're pretty nice. You can make a table, hang them up on your eaves in your house or anything, and then we got, you know, a little welcome sign as a dog. I forget what kind of dog it is.
That's a schnauzer.
Yeah, schnauzer, there you go. What kind of dog, and a lot of the girls like this hummingbird get quite a bit of these they want made.
Yeah.
It's a nice pretty hummingbird you can put on the side of your house. Looks real nice. Paint it any color, do what you want with it.
So what you do, you just put it on the computer. What do you want to, I mean, you pattern it all, whatever. You find a good pattern, and then this machine sort of cuts it out, y'all polish it up and all.
Yeah, it cuts it out, and like, this takes about 2 minutes, 3 minutes to cut out. It's pretty cool. It's a really nice machine. We're glad we got it. Our principal got it for us.
Well, listen, I know you said it has like a big blue marlin and different kind of fish.
Yeah, you could make, we got, the new one we got has a book like that big, just thick of just all kinds of drawings and designs you can make. Every fish possible you can make.
That's cool.
It's pretty awesome.
I'm not giving me a pompano redfish. I bet redfish would look cool.
It would look real good.
All right, now, Todd, you're going to be wrapping up school in a couple of months before you know it. So
excited.
What's your plans going to be?
I think I'm going to go hopefully travel weld nuclear plants. That's what I'm planning on doing. Just go make a lot of money. I can.
Well, it's a good talent to have. We often talk about, I say, you know, grown-ups, even adults, can take welding, and there's so many things you can do with welding.
Exactly, and just like with this equipment, if you can draw it, it will cut it out.
Yeah.
And you don't have to use the already established patterns. You can make your own pattern and cut out whatever shape, whatever design you want. Students have cut out designs for their grills, for their pickup truck, and all kinds of stuff. So it's really fascinating, and it's a great training tool.
You just customize it.
You can customize it.
Whatever you want. Todd, what's your favorite part of the welding part? The planning, or actually getting there doing it? Or
man, I like everything. I like the fabrication, getting to be able to cut everything and then weld it. And just everything about welding is awesome. There's some book work gets annoying every now and then, but you know, it's just how it goes. You gotta have book work for everything. So.
That's exactly right. I don't understand the feeling. Now, the outdoor ed class, what are you enjoying in the outdoor ed class now?
I think we're fly fishing right now. It's awesome.
We're in the fly fishing. That's cool, isn't it?
I'm glad. Yeah, I like it. I used to have a rod. I sold it a long time ago. There's not many. I don't like saltwater fly fishing as much, so.
You freshwater?
Yeah, I have freshwater, and then I go deep sea fishing and spear fishing. It's pretty much
good deal.
my main fishing.
What's your favorite fishing to do?
Spear fishing.
Spear fishing.
I love it.
You
can't beat it. Have you been spear fishing?
I have. I know I've snorkeled and spear fishing. I have not gone down really deep and all. Ironically, I have a picture. I might not have to get it to today. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. Of a former student of ours, Johnny McCormick, with like about a 70-pound amberjack.
Wow.
So you can imagine if.
Wow.
It's a great picture, and you can imagine the thrill of taking off one of that thing right there.
And take your water skiing.
Yeah. All right, look, we're going to wrap up this segment. We're going to come back in the final segment. We have some really neat stuff to show you some more. So we'll be right back. All right, sitting here with Todd and Mike Heppenstall from Haney Technical Center. Todd is senior at Mosley and Haney, getting ready to graduate soon. But at first, let's do our fish and game forecast. I'm just going to hold it up right here since we have three people on the table. I'll check out the times right there. You can see where the fish are. We're looking at times at 4:04 a.m. to 6:04, and then this evening from 4:29 to 6:29. That's brought to us by Mark Cowart of Edgewater Beach Realty, and Mark is going to be fishing a redfish tournament this weekend. If Michael And Michael won't be able to fish with them. I guess Bill's going to fish with them. But listen, it's going to be over at the Tyndall Bridge. Check out their website, Emerald Coast Redfish Club. They're having tournaments all on the Emerald Coast. They're having this one here in Panama City, over at, like I say, Earl Gilbert Park. And it's going to be Saturday morning. So go ahead and check it out. It's still not too late to enter. And even if you don't fish all the tournaments, it'll be fun just fishing one here locally over there in East Bay, or you can fish anywhere, but that'll be fun. And speaking of fishing, you brought some stuff. This is out of your dad's tackle box.
That was in my dad's tackle box.
You know what's so cool? We'll talk about collecting stuff and all, but it's so neat when you can collect it from your dad's tackle box. And I know your dad loved to fish. I remember showing pictures when your dad was alive of the fish he liked to catch. So
yeah, tell
us about this right here.
Well, this was just we're big freshwater fishermen, or used to be, and now I'm saltwater. I've converted. But this was just a lure that he had in his box, and I know you got the papers and everything talking about the lure, and I've never
recognize it right away, folks. That's called a head. I'm gonna sit right here. It's called a head and vamp. I saw it. I could tell by that lip. By the lip, it's a vamp on the early head, and it's got the papers with it right there. So that, well, you know, it was neat to have it. It's just something your dad used to fish with in that mint condition like that. So that's cool. Really neat stuff. Now you still, I know you haven't had a chance to fish much with the weather, but you still doing some good fishing?
I try every chance I get. The weather's just been crazy. I mean, it's either cold or rainy or windy or something, and you try to plan to go on a trip, and you don't know whether to wear your long johns or the rain suit or wear everything. And so I've been out a few times, and it's been tough out in the Gulf.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of folks. Now we're going to do, like I said, I fished with Mike quite a bit over the years, and Mike is a good fisherman, and we usually catch some really nice fish. Let's do our tip of the day. You were talking this morning. You brought this. This is a good idea.
Well, like I said, being a freshwater fisherman, you didn't have to worry about the rust and everything on your lures. In saltwater, I learned a very valuable lesson, a very expensive lesson, that salt is like a disease. When you throw a hook you've been fishing with, or a jig head you've been fishing with, back in your box without cleaning it, that salt will just attack everything else in the box. So what I've done is I buy these boxes with a rubber seal on it.
Okay.
And then when I go out, I have an empty water bottle that I'll put water and a little salt away in there with it.
Yeah.
And when I get through and I'm changing my hooks or lures, I'll just drop it in the bottle, and just when I get home, shake it up, get all the salt off of it, and then I put it back in my box, and it helps keep the other lures from getting rusted. And having the seal, when it's raining, the rainy weather, or if it drops overboard, I mean, not drop overboard, you don't want to drop it overboard, but it drops in the bottom of your boat, and it's got salt water in the bottom of your boat, this just helps protect your lures.
Yeah.
And these I've been out probably about 6 months, 8 months, and I don't have the first rust on my hooks.
Well, that's good. That seals up really good too. And you can imagine if it does that to your fishing tackle, you imagine what it does to your boat trailer too.
Boat trailer and your bearings.
Yeah. Todd, have you worked on any saltwater boats?
We've done a couple boat trailers. We just got to redo the I-beams on it. They get bad. Some people just don't wash them for some reason. You can just tell if someone doesn't wash a boat trailer.
And we were talking the other day, washing helps a lot, but it will still not do 100% of it. So you really, the best thing to do, if you live close to a freshwater lake, and I live close to Deer Point Lake, a lot of times I just go back it up in Deer Point Lake and just go back and forth a couple times with it, in addition to washing it off. So that salt is a corrosive, just constant.
It is like a disease. It just takes over and causes corrosion on everything.
Yeah.
And same thing, your rod and reels. You got to wash those. And WD-40 is my best friend.
Yeah.
And spraying my reels with them, and even my rods, I will use Pledge furniture polish on my rods just to keep them clean and like new.
Yeah. Well, you and I have had some really neat fishing trips. You've taken people out fishing that otherwise would not have the opportunity. And your organization, you called it
Reel One In.
Reel One In, and we've been out with Michael, and we've really had some good heartwarming experiences with some folks who hadn't fished a lot, but enjoyed it.
I carried a gentleman out this weekend that, like I said, it was rough weather, but we went out, had a good time of fellowship with each other. He was just moved here from up north and hadn't had opportunity to get out, and he caught a couple snapper. And so it was good to get his line stretched, but we weren't able to bring any fish home.
Yeah. But he had the opportunity to catch some and all.
We were able to catch some.
Especially, getting out on good weather and all, which is right around the corner.
It's coming. I know it's coming.
And the word is we may have an extended snapper season this year. It's not official, but we may have a longer snapper season. We were talking about that, Todd, in class, and it's really good. And I mentioned, talking about class, I mentioned Todd in class the other day, and I mentioned after Eric talked to me about how good he was, I addressed him in front of his peers, and that all his classmates know how good Todd was, and some of these kids going on to get big degrees and all, but Todd financially and monetarily will be right there with them with the kind of work he can do.
And not only that, if Todd wants to continue his education, go to college, he will have the skills to be able to earn the money to pay for the college and not have all these student loans and everything.
No, I don't know about those.
But I just want to remind everyone, Saturday, March the 15th, that we're going to have the yard sale, and it's a fundraiser to be able to send Todd and 21 other students to the state competition. And especially if you haven't been out in your boat lately, bring your boat by. It won't take long for the Coast Guard Auxiliary to do the boat inspection. They'll give you a sticker you can put on your boat if you meet all the criteria, and it just help you to be able to boat safe. And you want to be able to come home.
That's right. And so go ahead and put that on the calendar now, and I'll remind you something next week too, and big fish fry and all. But we're going to start wrapping things up. Michael, thank you as always.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations on all those people making it.
Oh, it was exciting.
Todd, I'll see you in a couple hours.
See you in 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, so I might give you a test or something, okay? Yeah. All right, folks, tomorrow, famous Friday fishing forecast. Thank you all for watching Panhandle Outdoors. Y'all do something good for somebody, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.